Should be good. It should be good. Let's see how this works out. Nope, let's not do that one. That one's the echo effect. I'm still trying to figure out why the game audio isn't coming through. It's rather annoying. Actually, let me try this. Does that help? Or does that help? I don't know. How's it going, everybody? It's neither here nor there. Hope you guys are doing well. This is the featured 5-star anti-venom grind. It's the last night. I'm going for the 5-star champion. Fingers crossed. Hope that goes well. This is GRINDtoberfest round 8. Not round 8, round 6. Boy, I'm losing track of time already. This being the 5-star grind is the last easy grind of the month. Because we got Silver Centurion as the next arena. We've got Ghost Rider as the arena after that. And then wrapping up GRINDtoberfest with Null. So, fun times. Fun times. Hope you guys are doing well. Welcome, 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 and happy Wednesday. Do apologize for being a wee bit tardy. Was about ready to go live, and my my stomach decided it just wanted to die. So figured you know, it's probably better this way. What's up, big howdy, big welcome to One-Handed Gamer saying hello. Howdy, howdy. And Sunspotted. Always a pleasure. How's it going, guys? Rob on grinding for a mere 5-star? Impossible. I know. But when I was really starting to think about whether or not I wanted to go for the 5 or 6-star, I was like, dude, ANTIVENOM looks like a cool champion, but I'm not going to use him. Not that he's bad, it's just that I've got characters already, science champions already, that do what he does. So it's like, I like him, but not enough to put up 170 odd some million points. Again, knowing full well that I got Silver Centurion, Ghost Rider, and Null coming up. So I was like, I'll be happy with the 5-star. I can awaken the 5-star, and ANTIVENOM also kind of needs the awakening. So I figure, why not, you know? Why not? So I'm going to want to run through my 6s here, get those off a cooldown. As of right now, as of this recording, they will be off a cooldown. So if I need to, if I want to, I can run another round or just have them ready to go for Silver Centurion. Probably not, actually, because if I'm doing the basic, they only count for regular points anyway. So yeah, I'll run them again. Why not? And then hope for the best. I think it's just me, and it might be because either I'm tired or I've just been staring at a screen too often, but I've been getting clipped so many times. Like, I go to parry and I get clipped. So either, like, my timing is off, or I'm so used to, like, Shang-Chi where I'm trying to, like, perfect parry that it just isn't working out or something. But, man, getting slapped in the face, that's no fun. Come on, Nick. Come on, Nick. Thank you. Bye-bye, dude. Did you know the drop rates for the Null and Anti-Venom calves were juiced up a little bit? Yes, it was an accident. It was also an accident that they sent out an official notice saying that they were boosted as well, and that's a temporary thing, and just right now. I don't know, man. If you're going to accidentally release calves with a higher drop rate and then advertise that they were a higher drop rate, at least have the stones to keep them that way for the full feature release too. So if you wound up getting one of the featured champs out of those crystals, I mean, kudos to you. I did not. I got an awakening on my OG Ms. Marvel, which is still something. It's still a 6-star. I'll take it. But Would have been cool. It would have been cool. I did see the buff list. So Nebula is getting some TLC. She is going to be a rather spicy shock champion. It'll be interesting to see who's a better shock champion, either Nebula or White Widow, because they both, I think, have the potential to be, dominant shock champions. It's kind of interesting that Nebula's coming on the heels of Thor Rags, because like he's pretty solid as shock as well. But we'll see, and then it still remains to be seen what Karnak is going to do. But since Karnak is the overhaul, right? Nebula is just the moderate update. I'm really kind of hoping that he's going to be good. But we'll see. It's nice. It's nice. Coming off of like Ronin and Gamora, champions that are buffed, but not really. It's kind of nice to see champions that are actually, benefit, actually get a benefit from being updated, instead of just like lip service. With Karnak to take to Ring 3 costs a Tier 5 CC from Skill and Cosmic. No. It's just skill. Because you only need one. You only need one Tier 5 CC to take somebody up to Ring 3. So I think for that, it's just a Cosmic. It's only for like the Tier 4 CC, I think that it's a split between skill and Cosmic. Something where you need multiple of the class cats. It's still weird that they did it that way, and then just never did it again. They're like, hey, we're gonna try this, and then they just left it in there. It's like, I mean, that's cool. You're experimenting, you're trying something new, trying something different. But once you realize that it wasn't really gonna work or wasn't a good idea, it might not have been a bad idea to just like remove it. Because it's not like there aren't a bunch of other champions that could technically be a second class in game, but they all just picked a class and stuck with it. Or it would have been cool too if you, by needing to use two different classes, you get the benefits of two classes. That would have been fun. Just for something different. I don't know how that would have worked though, from a coding, scripting wise, but alright, Kingpin. Special me, dude. Thank you. Dex. So note to you guys out there. Is the game audio coming through, or still no? Because again, I've still been, tweaking it, but I don't know. It's weird because like it's coming through perfectly fine through my headset. It's only a YouTube thing apparently. With 2 Ring 4, it's Skill and Cosmic. I read it somewhere in Sim's stream. Oh, maybe. That could be. Maybe. I don't know. For Ring 4, I don't know. Because at that point, it's, you need 2 or 3 Tier 5 CC to take them to Ring 4. No game audio. No, wait, no game audio at all? Not even just, okay. So weird. And that's weird because I haven't changed anything. Oh man. I don't know if that's gonna do anything. I don't know. Lame. I'm sorry, guys. So then, yeah, I'm just gonna need to figure out what's what. Because I plan on doing next week. I do plan on doing a big stream fest for Null. So I'm hopefully have it fixed by then. Hopefully I have it fixed for next stream for Silver Centurion. Because no game audio is... It's a bummer, man. Let's see, is that any different? Doubt it, but... So weird. So weird. Because now I have no idea, because now I don't have any audio coming through my headset. It's probably, honestly, you know what it is? It's probably this version of Streamlabs. Because it always winds up updating itself, and something winds up being busted each time. Thanks. Thanks, Streamlabs. Appreciate it. Good looking out. I don't know. We'll just run with it. Alright, so going here, going here, going here. So, what's new with you guys? Last stream was Monday for part one of the stream here. But at that point, we didn't know about Nebula's kit. I don't think there's been anything else really in game news-wise since then. Oh no, AQ. AQ is new. Map 8. That came out yesterday, I think, right? So if you guys are in the Map 7 business now and are interested in upgrading to Map 8, well, now we know what that looks like and what the rewards are. And me personally, I'm pretty excited about that. I like the prospect of it. I'm actually looking forward to the challenge of it. I prefer AQ to AW easily. And so it's nice now that with a little bit extra effort, the rewards in AQ are like far and away better than War, which is always fun. We'll see how it winds up breaking down and how the new nodes wind up playing out. They're getting rid of the mutant stuff in favor of Science and Spider-Verse, which I personally prefer. Because I don't think I've ever used the mutant boosts or the mutant globals. Like in the entire time that they've been out, I don't think I've ever used them. Just because there weren't ever any mutant champions that fit like the actual paths I took themselves. Which is kind of a bummer, because like some of them seemed like they were pretty spicy. Could have been pretty spicy with the right combo of champs, but it would have been more trouble than it was worth to make it work. And here we are. Yeah, no game audio is such a drag. Such a drag. Actually, you know what it might be too? Does that work? That looks like that might be better. I'm hoping that worked. I hope I solved Blue's Clues. Batman got a new trailer. That's looking pretty good. That was out though. That was a couple days ago, I think. We're getting an Uncharted trailer tomorrow. Oh, okay, good. I'm glad. I'm glad that fixed it. It's so annoying. But yeah, we're getting the Uncharted, the Tom Holland Uncharted trailer tomorrow, supposedly. And I buy Tom Holland as Drake. I don't buy Mark Wahlberg as Sully. So we'll have to see how that plays out. But you know, I want it to do well. I want it to do well. I'm a big fan of the franchise. It'll be different, you know, having not Nolan North as the title character, but definitely I'm willing to give it a shot. And then I forget, I don't know if they're doing like Elena or anybody else, or if it's just the two of them. Doink, boink, yoink. So we'll see. We'll see. Currently, right now, I'm not sure if it's still going on, for a little bit of cross promotion. So I know Cam was interviewing Kabam Coop, I believe, about going over Null. So the way it wound up working out is that I'm going to be checking that out afterwards, after the fact. Just because I think it'd be really interesting to hear from like the designer's mouth himself what he wanted to do with Null, how it wound up executing, and just sort of like the under the hood, behind the scenes stuff. Because I absolutely love it. I think that might still be going on right now. I know it started maybe like a half hour before the stream did. So it may have wrapped up already, but yeah, give it a check out. And if you haven't already, subscribe to Cam's channel as well. Always wanted to put out some really, really solid stuff, and champion breakdowns too. Kind of grading champs on their utility, if they're fun or worth playing in the first place. But so do you guys feel like there's sometimes too many things to do in the game? Like, not as a negative, just like, man, if I really wanted to, I could just like spend all day playing the game. And as an arena grinder, of course, I feel that, because arena could wind up taking up all day. But I mean, just between, you know, the monthly quest and the side quest, and they have 7.3 out right now. I'm trying to get all that done to get the loot. Is a thought that crossed my mind. I wouldn't change it. I like the cadence of how they release stuff and the rate that they release stuff. Overall, I think it's well enough, you know, between variants and story content and all that, but I definitely do feel it. Like, if I were to take a day off or a couple days off, I definitely, I think, would feel missing out on that energy. Like using the energy to complete stuff. Doink. Huh, all the time. Yeah. especially if you are trying to be like a completionist, or if you're trying to complete several different difficulties of the side quest. Usually I do. I do at least one basic completion of all the difficulties, and then exploration of the top 3 and sometimes the top 4 difficulties, with normal being the odd man out. But I think this month, if I get, what is it, Cavalier and Uncollected done, the top 2, I think that would be a big enough win. Because it's cool to get the loot, but it's a lot of grinding, man. It's a lot of grinding. But what are you gonna do? What you gonna do? And here we have yet another Nick Fury in Arena. God, man. If I never had to fight Nick Fury in Arena again, I'd be a happy camper. Because I've already started to get... Because, like, Nick Fury's one of the worst for Arena. Gilly 99 is probably my second least favorite, and I've just now started to see Penny Parker showing up as well. And Penny is bad. Because at least with the first 2, it just takes forever. Penny, you wind up almost having to actively hurt yourself to get through her shield. Because it just... She's designed to ignore all the usual workarounds for that. Because of course she is. Of course she is. Freaking Nick. Go away. Shocky, shocky, shock. I will say this, I don't think Nebula is as smooth to play as White Widow is. I'll definitely give her that. Otherwise, news? I don't know. I haven't heard any super exciting either gaming news or film news here the last couple of days. Picked up Metroid Dread. I've I've popped it in the Switch. I've played about maybe 15 minutes, and that's about as far as I got. That's one of the... when the game's waiting for me after October. Because I heard good reviews before it came out. I've heard good things since it's come out. Certainly one of the kind of games that you could just like sit down and pour yourself into and enjoy for the challenge points. I love stuff like that. It's been a while. It's been a good while since a good Metroid game. Cheers. Although it really bothers me how long it's been since, what was it? Wow, totally blanking on the name. Not Other M. Metroid on Game Boy Advance. Fusion. There we go. Came out. Because I remember when that came out. I'm making myself sound old. It feels like it wasn't that long ago, but it was a very long time ago. I mean, Game Boy Advance. I miss the idea of Game Boy. I kind of wish that they would have kept up the name, just for like that nostalgia bit. Because then they got rid of Game Boy in favor of the DS and then the 3DS, and then handheld altogether, except not really. It's just nice to see that for a console that's as old as the Switch is, it's still getting as much support as it is for new titles. Because you got Arceus coming out, Arceus? I think it's Arceus. Coming out, which looks fun, which looks nice. It's like I certainly do appreciate the twist of the traditional Pokemon formula, again. And hopefully the gameplay actually lives up to its premise. Get out of here. Beautiful. Beautiful. So I'm looking forward to playing that. I'm still surprised that they haven't come out with a with anything new, like a new trailer for Breath of the Wild 2. Because for as much as they're copying the formula, especially with Pokemon, you'd think that something else would have come out since then. But nope. Ah, well. Give it time, give it time. Hey, what's up, Beemore? How are you, my friend? Happy Wednesday. Hope you're doing well. Saying sup, Rob? Had a game today. We won 14-3. Good lord. You killed them. Had 4 ribbies, went 1 for 3 with a walk single and 2 sack flies. Nice. It's a solid play, solid day. Good on you, bud. Good on you. I forget, the doubleheader, was that this past weekend or is this upcoming weekend? I know we were talking about it, but I've completely lost track of time. I could not tell you if we talked about that before the weekend or since the weekend. Reaper says, what up, Shoe? Thoughts on 6-star Morningstar? An awakened Morningstar is really good for incursions. Outside of that, in a 2021 meta, she's good. But she's starting to show her age a little bit. Synergy-wise, she works out great with, Gilly and Purgatory. But, yeah, she's not bad. She's not bad. I personally would have... I probably wouldn't bring her with on most quests. Again, just because there are so many other Mystic champions that are awesome now. But, yeah, she's good. I don't think she's worth an Awakening gem. I would probably take her to rank 2 right now. And, yeah, she's good. She's good. Yeah, Sora is the last champ in Smash Bros. I know people were hoping for a whole litany of characters. Waluigi, Master Chief. But yeah, Sora works. Sora works. That's fun. On one hand, it's cool that Smash has been supported for as long as it has between Smash for the Wii U and then Ultimate later on. But at the same time, too, it's kind of sad because it's like that end of a massive era, It's not like Smash is going anywhere anytime soon. But it's like a new chapter, Like, we're not going to get new Smash Bros. Until they come out with a brand new console. Dude, just throw your freaking special attack. Jesus. Thank you. And it kind of makes me jealous too, because I wish they'd gone back into Mario Kart just a little bit more. Because I know Mario Kart had the 2 expansion packs, which is pretty cool. But like those were years ago at this point, and it would have been nice if there had been like 1 more expansion or 2 more expansions for like 8 more maps. Because that's another thing too, like Mario Kart isn't going to come out again on Switch. I'll save that for the Switch U or whatever stupid thing they come up with. But I'm looking forward to playing it. I don't think I'm going to switch away from my DDD main, but, you know, that's just me. I'm weird. Judah popping in and saying, "What up, Shoe? What up, Judah? Good to see you. How's it going for this happy Wednesday?" And pitched for the first time in 3 years. Got 2 strikes. All right. And got something to fly out, too. So went 1 inning just to see how I do. How's your arm feeling? Because that's what it always got for me. Because it would wind up sneaking up on me. But hey, 2 strikeouts is really solid. Especially for just being out for 1 inning. I forget for those rules, right? Is like pros where once you pitch, once you come in the pitch and then you get taken out, then you're done? Or do you get swapped back into the rotation? I forget. I had this one last weekend and this one upcoming weekend. Wow, back-to-back doubleheaders. Good luck. Good luck. Be another year until I probably awaken my 6-star Morningstar. Maybe. At the same time, too, I mean, 6 stars are starting to rain down all over the place now. Between boosted drop rates, greater availability of 6-star shards, so... Never know. Never know. Last weekend we won both games. Don't remember the scores. Did okay. Hit pretty decent. Good. Good, good, good. I might main Sora. I do like Kingdom Hearts a lot. It'll be fun too with Sora, like what the alternate costumes are. Like if they wind up sneaking in like a reskin of some of the other characters too. Or if it's just, you know, or if it's going to be Sora and some of the different costumes from the different games. Or if it's just a palette swap. It's a wonky passive AI. I don't like it. Peekaboo. Still got the main Mewtwo. Nice. Everybody's got their favorites. Everybody's got their favorites. The shoulders are actually a bit sore. Yeah. Yup. Ice it. Not icy hot. Ice it. Does wonders. Especially if you got that doubleheader coming up in a couple of days. It's all his costumes from all the different games, I think. Some of them are actually really cool. Good. Good, good, good. I have not seen that. I have not seen... I saw the reveal trailer, but I haven't seen anything since. So it's... Yeah, no, that's good to hear. Kind of wish the online mode for Switch was a wee bit more stable. Because that would be really fun to do some night, is get one big Smash game going. Like a YouTube Smash game. It's just so much fun. I'm just messing with vision at this point. Poor Arcus. Didn't know what hit him. I may have made a mistake. I'm trying to transfer a terabyte of data right before going to bed. Yeah, that's gonna take you a minute, bud. It's barely at 20%, it's been over an hour. Yeah. That's gonna take you a minute. That's probably one of those things that you're just gonna need to let go. And, you know, wake up in the morning and just see how it's gone. Like, if it's something that you absolutely have to have for morning, I mean, then you may need to wake up in the middle of the night just to see it, if it transferred successfully or didn't, like, crash. But good luck. A lot of mcoc streamers play it. Apparently Lags plays it, Lefty too, and a lot of viewers do too. Well, then there we go. I gotta hit up Lefty. Is he streaming tonight? Doesn't look like it. Not right now, at least. But I'll need to hit him up because that would be a lot of fun. And then Lags too. Because it's one thing that bragging rights and contests, right? But then bragging rights and Smash, that's a whole nother level. Whole nother level. But then again, I may be talking a big game, but it's just because of the pandemic. It's been a minute since I played with other people. Boink. Get out of here, Modok. Silly clown. It isn't anything important. More like a hobby gone horribly wrong. Oh, okay. Gone horribly wrong. I had the best of intentions. And then I woke up one morning and I was a terabyte of data deep into a transfer. And that's when I knew. That's when we called the intervention. Maybe like attorney. That'd be awesome. Yeah. Yeah, either attorney or just depending on how many people we get in on it. Because then I'm pretty sure you can do the eight man smash online, right? But no items. There's something about that. 8-man smash would be wild. That actually might not be a good idea. Because that's going to require all 8 people to have a steady connection the entire time. Because if somebody lags out or causes everybody else to lag out, then that's not going to be optimal. Oh boy, here I go data transferring again. I'm like 2 seasons back on Rick and Morty. I don't know how that happened. But I'm like 2 seasons back. I stopped at season 3, and then season 4 was coming out, and I'm like, cool, I'm gonna watch it. And then I just got busy and stuff, and then time has passed. It'll be a fun thing to watch, I think, during one of the grinds here in the next week and change. I didn't watch it at first because it was like, I want to be able to focus strictly on the show and enjoy it. And I still have that same sentiment. It's just not realistic for me anymore. For the most part. Like, something's got to be really good for me to just sit down and enjoy. Like if it's an art film, right? where you got like a really talented cinematographer behind the camera. That would be that'd be worth watching, because the quality is in the picture itself. I mean, the story too, for sure, but the picture especially. Otherwise, if it's just like a, you know, this weekly installments of whatever show, not usually. Speaking of shows, I guess that's a bit of news. Why the Last Man got canceled. So they're looking to see if they can shop it around for somebody else for season 2. But other than that, it's going to cut off wherever was season 1. I don't know if you guys are seeing that. That's on, what, FX, I think? Or you can watch it on Hulu. That's where I see it. I think it's interesting. I think the show name is a complete misnomer. I haven't read the comic, so I don't know how much, but I read the first issue. I haven't read the series, but I read the first issue, and it strays a good bit, at least in terms of pacing and introducing characters and whatnot. I like the show. I think I'm going to be disappointed that it's canceled. But like I said, it's a complete misnomer. Have you been watching the new Chucky show? I haven't. I heard it. Is it good? What do you think? Child's Play has been so hit and miss. It's been so hit and miss. Because wasn't the Mark Hamill Child's Play, that was a film, right? That was the last film that came out. Now they came out with a series. Hey, Tristan says, yo. What up, bud? Happy Wednesday. Happy middle of the week, and happy my game just crashed already. Time. I hope you're doing well, my friend. Hope you're doing well. USA and Sci-Fi actually have been uploading the episodes of Chucky to YouTube. Hey, good on them. Good on them. More power to the people. That's always nice. I don't know if Hulu still does it, but Hulu used to let you watch like this week's episode and maybe like last week's episode too for free for most things. I don't know if they still do that or if it's all completely behind the subscription paywall. But that was nice. Do that, and do that. So far, so good, to be honest. It's an interesting story so far. Well, that's good. It could be good. Interesting goes either way. So far, there are 2 episodes out. Episode 3 comes out on Tuesday. 8 episodes total. See if it winds up being one of those season 1, season 2 bits. Or if they do like American Horror Story, where it's like each season is different. That would actually be really interesting too. I mean, granted, I haven't seen any of it, so that's just me talking out of turn, but wouldn't that be interesting though? Like, it's still with the same villain, same horror character, but just like a different setup, different premise. Especially if it's done or written well by people who actually care about the franchise. surprising how many times that people take the helm of a franchise and just don't understand or don't care about its history and just do whatever they want, come hell or high water. Also, it's created by the original Child's Play creator. Good. That helps too. That helps too. There's a crossover commercial with Michael Myers and Chucky. That's fun. With all the different like cinematic universes out there, I'm surprised that one hasn't come up. With like the horror icons crossing over. Because they've already had like a Jason versus Freddy, right? So I mean there's groundwork for it. But then just like crank it up to 11, throw Chucky in there, throw Leatherface in there, throw a Saw dude in there, Jigsaw. Hellraiser just for kicks. Season 2, Chucky, locked up. Chucky 2, Electric Boogaloo. That actually could be fun if it takes place in like the 70s or 80s. Who cares if Chucky wasn't around back then? Chucky goes back in time, and then they just never mention time travel or anything ever again. It's just a throwaway line to set up the show, and then just casually discarded. What if that commercial is a premonition of things to come? I mean, maybe, right? Korg was hanging out with Deadpool, so that's a prelude of things to come, so you never know. We can hope. It'd be like that bit from Infinity War, right? With Bucky and Rocket. Where they're just like laying waste to some poor passerbys. But like Chucky is getting like swung around. They're just like going to town on everybody. That would be delightfully silly. Pretty cool, but delightfully silly. You know what also needs a what if? The Star Wars universe. I really enjoyed the Marvel take on it. And was it Visions, Visionaries, whatever it was for Star Wars? The anime take. It was fun. But like I want a proper what if. Because they have enough of those in existence already between different stories over the decades. It's like, hey, what if this happened or what if that happened? But like a full-on show would just be fun. Because like it's a fun exploration, right? It's just a really fun exploration. Like I don't need some big like Avengers team up at the end, but just like one-off episodes. You don't need any Guardians of the Multiverse. None of that. What if Yoda was the true Sith Lord in hiding? Yeah, well then you could make Darth Jar Jar canon. What if Luke turned to the dark side? What if Rey didn't suck as a character? What if Obi-Wan actually listened to Dooku in Attack of the Clones and realized that there was a Sith Lord in the Senate and they caught him before the war started?
in earnest. What if Darth Maul won and then Naboo hanger? Fun stuff. I would watch the heck out of it and nerd out the entire way. Because that, I think, for me, is a really fun bit of the fandom. That's honestly, it's one of the reasons why I really like this game. Is that because it's still fun, just like, I don't know, double dipping into the universe, I suppose, and like living in the universe and theory crafting and dwelling on it, right? Like before this, like bringing it back to the game, before this game came out, I had no idea who most of these characters were. I had no idea who Elsa Bloodstone was. I barely knew who Jane Thor was, just because that's who's on my screen right now. Didn't know who Noel was. Didn't care. But now that, you know, the characters are in game and it's like, okay, we got a little bit of backstory. I'm very well acquainted with their design. And then especially for like the cool characters too in game where it's like, dude, these guys destroy stuff. Then it's like, hey, now I know the character and I've got this thing that ties, like, you know, the character to me. That's cool. I don't know. I'm weird. Maybe that's just me. I'm back with supporting other streamers. You know I gotta support the community. There you go. Man of the people. You see that Batman trailer, Rob? You bet I did. Several times. It's twofold. First of all, it makes me very excited for the film itself. But at the same time, too, I am totally good on teasers for the movie. Like, that trailer is it. I'm good. I'm set. I'm sold. I don't want to see anything more until my butt is in this theater seat watching the show unfold. Because, like, my appetite is perfectly well whet. I'm excited. Yeah, let's roll. Let's go. And hopefully, you know, the film lives up to the hype of the trailer. Because that's, unfortunately, that's always a possibility, too. SCCP says, "Sup, Rob? What up, bud? Hope you're doing well. Welcome to the stream and a happy Wednesday to you. How would you like me to pronounce that? It's piqued my curiosity. Or can I call you like 66, 666? Either which way. Howdy. Man for the people. That's right. Me going around saying, hey, if the shoe fits. Speaking of the shoe, it's really cool hearing that the shoe shine method is working for people, or that people are having success after trying the shoe shine method for opening crystals. Like there's no rhyme and reason to it. It's a fun tinfoil hat theory for crystal openings, but still, it's cool. It's cool to hear that it works for people. I mean, it's done good things for me, so I certainly can't complain either. Do that. Do that. Do that. So many rounds. So many rounds. Pew pew. Beautiful. I wish Jubilee was a little bit more fun to play. Or let me walk that one back. I wish Jubilee had a little bit more practicality in her playstyle. Because she's fun to play, and I certainly love the sparkles. But it's tough finding a place for her on a team or a questing team. Shame. Do that. Do that. Do that. And he's down. Because she's cool. She's cool. She's got a cool design. And, you know, fan favorite character, too. But also, it's weird that, like, that's one aspect of the game that's just, I don't know, getting weird or different. Something I'm aware of, I'll say. For a game that's, like, pushing 8 years old, right, is that there are so many good characters in the game, and especially with all the different, like, buffs and reworks that they keep doing each month. It's like, it's well into the point where God tier champions are being benched in favor of other God tier champions. So it's like there are enough champions out there where you can have a God tier A team and a B team and still be benching people. Took my 5-star Jubilee to 345. She's currently SIG 80. There you go. There you go. Like, her Awaken ability is really nice. Especially going up against, like, skilled champs who shrug stuff off. Because the direct damage that she does to them adds up fast. But, I mean, outside of that, too. Like, is she going to be taking the place of, like, Sunspot or Namor or APOC or Professor X or Mags or Wolverine? Or Cable or Bishop post-buff? Probably not. Doing good, thanks. I was looking for a grinding bud. Glad you're live. Yeah, you bet. You bet. Which champ are you going for? And I wish you the best of luck. Followed a method that never fails to work. It's called just open the damn crystal method. Hey, the only time it doesn't work is when the game lags. So 95% of the time it works every time. Everybody's got their thing. Hey, what? Stop it. No touchy. No touchy, A-bomb. Bad touch. Come on. Come on, dude. Thank you. So in hindsight, I'm kind of glad that Ant-Man didn't win that buff poll. Because could you imagine how disappointing Ant-Man would be if he got the same sort of attention that Guillotine did? So bummed. Scar says, I didn't know anything about Jubilee. Took a ramped up Aegon against her in Sector 8 Zone 8 Incursions fight. I was so confused when Aegon keeled over instantly. Yep. Yep. Kingpin is the same way. Daredevil's the same way. It's got to be a high Sig Jubilee. So Incursions, of course, she's max Sig, but that part is fun. That part is certainly fun. Just milestones for units. Solid. Please let the Karnak buff be good. Dude is my first rank 4 4-star, or one of my first rank 4 4-stars. I was so excited when he got added into the game because he had such an easy access True Strike with a special 1. Because there were no good evade counters at the time. That was before Iceman too and Cold Snap. So like, you're telling me there's a champion who can just throw a special 1 and just completely ignore all the annoying Spider-Man nonsense? Because OG Spidey was everywhere. Cosmic Spidey too, to a lesser degree, but mostly OG Spidey. You just be dexing every which way. With Guillotine, there was something to miss and feel shorted on with the changes. What about Ant-Man would leave a similar feeling? It'd probably be something dumb because, like, Guillotine as well was supposed to be a top-to-bottom rework, right? Top to bottom. And it wasn't. It wasn't. And some people could argue it was a nerf. I think that might be a bit hyperbolic. But like Ant-Man say, like, Ant-Man does noodle damage with questionable utility, right? So it'd be like, every time he glances, he winds up inflicting a fatigue, right? And that's the only way that he can fatigue people. So it it's a strictly defensive buff, right? You would have to get tagged yourself in order to apply it. Just like spitballing, right? So it's like, yeah, it's a buff, but it does absolutely nothing for the players because no one's going to want to intentionally get tagged to be able to place this thing for a special 2 that still doesn't do a whole lot of damage. Something like that. As opposed to, let's just clean slate, start from scratch sort of thing. Which is what it was supposed to be. They give Ant-Man an OG Black Bolt inbuilt recoil. He'd poison himself on his special 2. Maybe, or like Gamora, where you gotta get to a special 3 if you want to do a True Strike. It's still just so dumb. Yes, it's an ability she didn't have before, so technically it's an improvement, but it's just so impractical to use. Like, in most fights, your enemy isn't going to survive the special 3 in order to get to the True Strike in the first place. And then you would have had to deal with evade the entire time building up to said special 3. It's just so bad. So bad. Or like find a backdoor way to nerf Ghost by changing up the Ant-Man synergy or something. It's like, yo, I hear you like Ghost. Sure would be a shame if something were to happen. It's another reason I'm intrigued to see what they do for the solo competitive mode with bans. Because honestly, at this point, if they're intentionally adding nodes to counter champs like Quake and champs like Ghost, while at the same time casting too wide of a net and like ruining a dozen other champions as well, I would rather them just ban Ghost instead of like banning the other dozen champions I want to play with. Or just design better enemy nodes in the first place, so you don't need to ban anybody. I'm in the nerfed Ghillie camp. The healing and the percent-based damage being taken away was a huge negative. Yeah. And the healing right now, 99% of the time, is just abysmal. Unless you're like going up against a node that just boosts your damage output, you're not really getting any meaningful heals out of it in the first place. I find that with Karnak in Arena. By the time I get to the special one for True Strike, they're almost KO'd anyway. Yep. But I mean, that's also Arena for you too. Like, most people go down really quick before you can get to a special 2 in some cases, before you get enough hits in your combo meter to be able to activate your abilities. I get it. I do very much like Arena, but good lord, it does seem to drag on sometimes. Not in like an overtly negative way. But the goal is obviously to get through as many champions as you can. I'm just saying that sometimes it feels like the list isn't shrinking. Sometimes. To me, the buff program is looking like a balanced program with a different name. Like, Bishop lost a lot of what he had with power gain and traded it for a little easier prowess and defensive abilities. Yeah. I would definitely could agree with you there. Like, there have been a couple of solid buffs, like Hulkbuster was good, Colossus was good, Magneto is probably the best of the best. But a lot of them are like lateral moves, like Daredevil, right? Is he better? Maybe? Probably not, but kind of. Ronin? Not, I mean, not really, right? I think you can make the argument that Miles is better. But I'd say he's better. Hood is a balance. Hood is not better. Hood is different, but Hood is definitely not better. They didn't even change his sig ability needing to be high in order to get value from it. Yeah. Renee says, "Hey Rob, good luck with the ANTIVENOM. I'm taking this one off. I'm going for the dupe on Omega. Solid. Good luck." Without giving away your score, do you think the score is going to be lower, the same, or higher than round 1? My guess would be marginally higher. But not by a lot. But I wish you the best of luck. And an early congrats on waking up that Omega. Just gotta keep pushing. Just gotta keep pushing. You got 12 hours left. Plenty of time, but... And then the question is, are you gonna pivot from the Omega grind here into Silver Centurion Ghost Rider, or are you good now after this one? Hood's bullets, though, are stupid powerful. You just need to whip out a nuke for a fight. Yeah, but it wasn't... I would argue that it wasn't worth giving up his Special 2 ability, his old Special 2 ability. Because Fate Seal is a much rarer, much better ability than Nullify, right? Because there's so many different nodes and champions that are immune to Nullify or reduce the ability accuracy of Nullify. Whereas Fate Seal is just like, nope, you don't have this anymore. you know. I think higher than Omega is going to be higher than round 1, but I'm not too sure in the hype of ANTIVENOM. I don't know, because like round 1 cutoff for ANTIVENOM was like, what, 140, 150? Actually, 140 isn't that. 140 is a respectable amount. Let's see if I can find that. One 160 was the approximate cutoff round 1, so it's about average. It's about average. I think that's higher than what I think he's worth personally, but 160. And then Omega's cutoff was 62. Gotta go for Silver Centurion round 1, then Ghost Rider. Save my energy for no. Dude, that's the exact same thing I'm doing. That's fun. That's fun. I'm happy to hear that. Got a grinding buddy, or an arena grinding buddy. I always got to make sure I specify, because otherwise it doesn't quite sound right. But yeah, that's pretty cool. Part of the reason too I want to go Silver Centurion first is I want to see what the Ghost Rider cutoff is going to be. Like I speculate it's probably going to be on the same level as Medusa and Starkey, but not as high as Hyperion. Like Ghost Rider is a solid champion, but he's not like meta defining in the way that Hype is. He can pack a punch, but he does need the awakening, so it's little give, little take. So somewhere in the 140s. Probably 140 range. Do that, do that, do that. Silver Centurion is going to be the, I speculate, is going to be the worst of the two arenas. I definitely think it's going to be the worst of the two arenas. I'm just not a fan of basic. It feels like such a bigger grind. Not only just because you get less points for your 6 stars, but it just, I think it's because like I'm so used to 100 mil plus grinds in featured, just seeing like so few points relative to the work I put in kind of is like as like a negative impact on, I don't know, my outlook on it, I suppose. But like putting up like 60, 65 million points in basic feels so much worse than 140 in featured. It's weird. Nice little teleport. Blink. Good luck. I got Ghost Rider from the crystal, so I'm going for the dupe. Don't worry, I know you meant, buddy. You know it. In this game, I always appreciate having a buddy. Or two, or few. The more buddies, the better. Keeps it interesting. After Null, I hope to be at 167 6 stars. Dang. It's pretty solid. I'm gonna go count mine, because I'm not sure. I haven't counted for a while, but that'd be fun to see. Surprised Omega went kind of low. 60 mil isn't much to someone with time and roster. Makes me think champs like Shang and Herc aren't going to be ridiculous. Not that my score won't be ridiculous. Okay, so that's the thing, Codehanger. That's the thing. Omega was almost a record score in basic. So Odin still holds the record at 66 mil. Right. And then Omega is right up there for like tied for second. Along with Strife. So like, I mean, 63 mil kind of sounds low, but like I said, it's practically a record. So Shang-Chi is going to be 70, at least. Hercules is going to probably be closer to 75, 80. Probably closer to 80 at that point. Because Shang-Chi, what's going to happen is that Shang-Chi is going to be a new record, and then that is going to be the base from which every subsequent arena is going to spring from. So it's like, oh, Shang went for 70. All right, well, if you want to be safe, you got to go at least 70 mil. And that's how you get the score creep. So I don't want to like totally rain on your parade, but that's probably about right. All right, so it goes by multiples of 5s, right? It's at 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, 65, 70, 75, 80, 85, 90, 95, 100, 110, 120, 130, 140, 50, 60, 71, 171. Yeah, that's pretty good. That's cool. That's a lot of 6 stars. That's a lot of 6 stars. You feel defeated after all those rounds in basic and your score is so much lower than featured. Yup. Absolutely. Absolutely. And it's slower too. So this is, I think that's also a big difference with grinding basic than grinding featured. Right, because grinding featured, if you're refreshing your champions, you're probably refreshing your 6-star rank 3s, and you're pitted up against teams that are either 565s or 6-star rank 2. So you have that advantage, that what challenger rating advantage, right? So it gives you a little bit of an edge for damage and for health. Whereas in the basic arena, everybody's on the same footing, right? Everybody's on the same footing. And especially if you want to maximize your boosts, you're going to be refreshing 5 stars because since you don't get extra points for 6s, there's no point in refreshing 6 stars, right? Boost your 5s. Well, that puts you at a disadvantage if you're going up against 6 stars, if you're going up against 6-star rank 2s or 3s, and at an even footing against other 565 teams. So without that attack health difference, it slogs on a little bit more, even with full damage masteries. I just said that. Yeah, see, that's funny. That's funny because you and me are on the same wavelength. Just because, like, YouTube takes, like, I think it's like a 30-second to a 45-second, up to a minute delay in between me when I'm saying this and then when you guys are hearing it. So, yeah. Arena grind buddies. My max in the basic is a lot higher than what you're saying. Not rating at all. Good. Yeah, cool. Then you should probably be set. See, the way I figure it is that if you've got the time to do a grind, it's still going to be a piece of cake. Like, if you're able to be up and be alert and put in the points as soon as your champions are coming off a cooldown, and you've got the time to run deep into your roster, like down into the 4-star territory, you're going to be fine. But it's as soon as, like, other responsibilities start creeping into the mix too, that's when it starts getting challenging. You want 112 mil for Odin? Dang, man. What'd you rank? Can you get Warbound from Basic Arena? I don't think so. I think it's just featured, but for a score like that, you should. Dex. Number 2. Of course. There always has to be that one guy. Warbound is both basic and feature. Okay. Makes me wonder what they went for to get number 1. Hopefully it's something crazy like 150 or 175 and not like 120. That would be unfortunate. Come on. Hey, how's it going, everybody? Welcome all. Welcome. Hope you guys are doing well. Happy Wednesday. Appreciate the raid, everybody. Appreciate the raid. Let me say hey to everybody. Xander, always a pleasure. Welcome. Peepee, part of the Sim Kangbang raid. Love it. Samuel, pleasure. Joe, howdy. And Kat, part of the Flyers Rule raid. Nice. How's it going, everybody? I hope you guys are doing most excellent. Happy midweek. Happy last day for the ANTIVENOM Arena. If you guys are grinding for any of the champions, whether it's Omega or for ANTIVENOM, I wish you guys the best of luck. I myself am going for the 5-star as part of GRINDtoberfest, where I'm grinding a featured champion every arena all month long. This is round 6 for ANTIVENOM. Got Silver Centurion starting up tomorrow, got Ghost Rider starting up on Monday, and got Null on Thursday, a week from tomorrow. Pleasure, all. Pleasure. Alright. Not Killmonger. That's what I get for like halfway paying attention. And Sim, part of the Black and Gold raid. Dude, Sim, I am so happy for you with your crazy pulls the other day. How does it feel playing those guys on the live server? Because it's one thing to play them on the CCP. It's another playing them live. Peep says, I'm actually liking the 3-star ANTIVENOM challenge. I hope they do it more. Good. Good for you. Nice. I certainly don't mind them giving out a free version of the champion to toy around with. They did that. I think the last one they did was Shang-Chi. And that was really nice. Just everybody winds up getting one. So to that end, I would very much like to see that again. Still need to finish my ANTIVENOM arena grind. Hey, there's still time. About 12 hours at this point. What up, Cat? Cataclysm in the house, everybody. Howdy. Hope you're well. It's like meeting a couple of old friends, right? Man, kind of makes me wish that they would accidentally release the crystal drop rate again like that later on. Such an accident. We were talking about that a little bit earlier in the stream. Like, I like how they accidentally boosted their drop rates and then accidentally sent out an official message to everybody saying, hey, we accidentally boosted it just right now and never again. Maybe a big conspiracy theory, but I mean, wouldn't be surprised. Still got 2 million points to go. Hey, well, you're almost done. What up, Redwood? Howdy. Welcome. Welcome. And Slag as well. What up, everybody? So it'll be nice to have the 5-star. I think for me personally, I'm going to be happy with the 5-star just because I can get him awakened right off the bat. At this point, I'll just throw either a generic or a science gem on him and be good to go. But I don't know about you guys, but I'm so starved for catalysts that I want to take him up to rank 5, but I don't even know if I'm going to be able to get him up to rank 4 just because of tier 4 CC and tier 2. And that's such a bummer. That's such a bummer. Because like a rank 3 5-star is nice, but outside of arena it's not useful anywhere. Kind of regret not buying the early access kit. I was thinking about it though. Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Hopefully they make that convenience mistake again. The more I think about it too, there's no way that they could have accidentally boosted it. You know? Like, why would they have altered the drop rates in the first place? Unless they're toying with a new drop rate for Crystal if they're coming out with like a new progression. Like if you wind up beating 100%ing Act 7, you get like, I don't know, Mega Thronebreaker, which is better than regular Thronebreaker. And you get the Mega Thronebreaker crystals. Doink, doink, doink. Come on, dude. Come on. Because, like, not even for, like, some of the 5 stars that I'd want to rank up, but, like, some of the 6 stars, too. Which is, unfortunately, where I gotta focus nowadays. But, like, even taking, like, a 6-star up from rank 1 to rank 2 is nuts in regards to, like, how many catalysts and resources it takes. They just like their bottlenecks. Let's do that, do that, do that. And that. And that. You know who else needs a buff? Electra needs a buff. Like, Electra's whole bit with, like, assassin range timing is nice, and ability accuracy if someone's got that debuff on them is nice, but I don't know. I certainly think that she could have a bit of a 2021, 2022 flair as well. Seeing as how she's kind of been completely neglected from everything. Synergies, utility, all that. ISO and gold is crazy too. Yep. Yeah, especially if you're not if you don't do arenas or don't like grind your heart out in arena. Gold is a premium. Like, it's kind of ridiculous how many people are at like less than 1 million gold now especially after those gold deals last week. You know? And you need like a mil plus to rank up a 6-star. I think it's 4 mil to take a 6-star from rank 1 level 1 to 6-star rank 3. And that's just wild. But hey, that they need a way to incentivize people to buy those terrible gold offers that pop up. So, there we go. Do that. Boink. Get out of here. Man. That special attack was so effective. Super effective, I may say. I'm at almost 8 mil and I feel broke. Yep. Well, worst thing too is with map 8 and them reintroducing map costs to be able to play that AQ. Like, you can still split it between gold and units and what, loyalty, I think? Battle chips too. But still, battle chips you aren't going to get unless you do arena. And if you do arena, you're probably a bit better off than not anyway, gold-wise. They're going to start selling them Alliance ticket packages again, I'm sure. You can get 2 weeks worth of AQ tickets for the cost of, like, I don't know, a Star-Lord loot bag. I think there's gold in the majority of the unit store offers. Likely makes those more enticing. Yes, so like anytime there's a bundle or a package or something in the unit store, they usually wind up tying in gold with there too, which is, of course, is really nice. It would be nice like if you're just getting units in the first place, just for a regular Parker wallet, loot bag, treasure chest, whatever. You got a little something extra with it too, just on the regular. Or that the gold boost event was more than just once or twice a year. Once a quarter, once every other month, something like that. Hey, Brian stopping in and saying, "Hola, Rob VonShoe. Need to get in on this infinite streak. What's the secret? Which arena are we looking at? Basic or featured?" It's minimally different. It just depends on which teams you need to look out for the Doom Squads. But basically, the gist of it is this. Let me back out of this and bump on over to sub-featured. Alright, so here's what I do for sub-featured, right? So a lot of my champs are on cooldown, so just imagine, bear with me for a second. So for the first 4 rounds, what I do, let's filter this by this. And it doesn't really matter if it's the 5 stars or the 6 stars, I'm just highlighting them both. I start at the bottom. For the first 4 rounds, you can get away using your weakest champs, right? Especially your 6 stars. So if you do 4 rounds with your weakest champs, by the time, we'll just say you get to round 5, well, then you want to turn it back right side up. So from your highest down. Then what I like to do, and this is just where my account's at, right? I either run 6-star, the highest prestige 6-star rank 1s I have, or I start running 5-star, either 545s or 555s. And then run that from win 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And then starting off with whatever the 10th win is going to be, you start at the absolute top of your roster and then work your way down from there. Because fights 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 are going to be the hardest. Those are when you start running into your Kang, Thanos teams. You're running to 565, 6 stars. You're just going to have a bad time. So that's when you want to save your strongest, the best of the best, or in lieu of that, someone who has a solid power control. Doesn't matter about if they're the hardest hitting champion out there. You know, bring Hawkeye, bring Vision, bring Magic. Because the problem is power control. If you can control their power, it might take you a while to get through the fight, but you're still going to wind up winning in the end because, you know, you didn't get wrecked by a rogue special 3, say. Then with that 15 in hand, I just play it safe and keep pushing to 20. Once I got 20 wins under my belt, then it's free for all, right? Just make sure your PI is above a certain threshold and you're good to go. It's the TLDR. PP says, new memes have been posted in the Discord server. PP brings up an excellent point about the Rob Vaughn server. It's the official Discord of the Rob VonShoe channel. Got a link down in the description below. It's a fantastic place if you got questions, comments, concerns about champions to rank up, which champions to bring on paths, or if you just want to brag or sulk about a crystal opening. PP was mentioning memes. There is a memes and arts section. PP is the meme master on the Discord there. And since it's Inktober, which is a drawing challenge all month, each day there has been a new illustration for Inktober. So do cordially invite you guys to that if you haven't joined already, or if you're interested, like I said, link down below. And hope to see you guys there. Perfect. I love having even teams. It just makes life so much cleaner. Oh, Purgatory. You look so cool. Your animations look so cool. Your utility is not so cool. Someday. Next year, probably. Honestly, that's what they should do in December. December should just be like going back and buffing champions from the year that's just wrapping up. Just to like end the year on a high note. It's like, hey, we know that Super Scroll and Psycho Man are fairly disappointing. So let's give them a little bit of love and start 2022 on a higher note. Spinny, 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 spin. See, I forget which one. I think it's his heavy attack that's the armor break. Isn't it? Yeah. See, Howard isn't great, but he does have his occasional uses. And special for more something kill blocks. Bye-bye, dude. Beautiful. Yeah, I want Purgatory to be good so bad. I know. I know. Because, I mean, she's got some fun synergies as well. It would just be fun to bring her with on a squad. Someday. Someday. Maybe they could do a Purgatory and Guillotine double buff. Like rebuff Gilly. Give her the Maw treatment. Hey, we know we just buffed you, but here's another buff, because the first buff wasn't buffy enough. And we like buffy buffs. Just buffy buffs and buffy vampire slayers, too. Hey, what's up, Jacob? Welcome. Good to see you. How's it going? How's everything? Always a pleasure. Appreciate you stopping by. Kick, kick, punch, slap. And I will say this for Kabam. I will say this for Kabam. Like, the animators in 2021 have absolutely killed it for everybody. I can't think of a single champ off the top of my head this year whose animations look stale or boring or dull or meh. Like, everyone is like flashy and fun and interesting and well done. Which is really saying something, because like champ animations have just been like gradually improving month after month after month for the last like year and a half, couple years, but this year in particular, hot dang. And then yes, same with the Super Scroll, because like his ability to fit in with the Fantastic Four team as is should mean that he's got it made. You know, he could just fit right in, but it's just so disappointing that he takes like aspects of all four champs, but like does nothing with them. Honestly, I think if they just wound up changing the way that Purgatory stores the souls and either makes them permanent or last longer, or you can like trigger them at will with a pre-fight, as opposed to, well, the next fight you enter, you trigger it, and if you die, then too bad, sort of thing, you know? Because it's just way too much work for such a minimal benefit. Thinking that Herc has meh animations. I could see that. I could see that. Doesn't have the same level of sparkle as some of the other champs. I can see that. Who do you think would be the least wanted champ from next arena? Ghost Rider or Silver Centurion? Ghost Rider, probably. Because you're going to have some people like the completionists who are like, I want him because he's a first time available sort of deal. But for other people, they're like, I mean, cool, he's available, but I'm never going to use him. Or like, cool, he's available, but he needs to be awakened. Or like, cool, he's available, but there's like a dozen mystics that have come out since he has that are arguably better. Like, I don't find myself in that camp, but I'm not gonna lie, if and when I get him, like, I'm still gonna use my 565 because he's awakened in high sig for a good while still. It's more like getting one to secure one, and then knowing that I can awaken him when the basic comes around next year too, you know. Silver Centurion, I think, has been slowly growing on people, and the more that people are able to play him, the more they realize that he's fun. He's not good, but he's fun. he could be good, but they were just so scared that he'd be the next Archangel that they just purposefully like muddied um, his plasma to make it really difficult to get in the first place and have it not last long either. But we'll see. Hopefully, you know, both of them are fairly under the radar just because Null is the following week, you know? Like, people are like, well, I'm going to take this week off, get ready for the following week, and then that just brings scores down for everybody going for them. I can hope. I can hope. I still think, though, now that Ghost Rider is available in Arena and Crystals and then Basic later on, that with Ghost Rider and Starkey in game, we need Blade. We need Blade. I don't buy the excuse at all that Blade is too good to be a 6-star. I don't buy it for a second. Excellent. Excellent. Go, my Death Spores. Live on. Alright, Brian. You enjoy the rest of your night. We'll catch you next time. Because really, I think somebody was saying that those are going to be the last, like, 5-stars that aren't available as 6s. Is Blade, Magic, Quake, and OG Wolvie, and OG Scarlet Witch. Right? Quake I get. Magic I don't. Wolverine I get. Scarlet Witch I get. But I think that they don't want to do Magic because their power control can be really good, which I think is dumb because Psylocke is better. And Blade just because he can, he's got a really easy regen, which I don't know. I think there are other champions that can regen just as easily. But watch, you know, December rolls around and out pops Blade, or January and there's Blade. I thought for sure they'd never release 5-star Red Deadpool because his regen is too good. And here he is. I never thought they would release 6-star Hyperion because he's too good, and yet here he is. Just never know, I suppose. I feel the same way. Both are cool, but I wouldn't rank 3 either. Or wouldn't rank 3 either. Both are new to me, so planning on grinding for one of them. There you go. I would probably do... that's tough. I would probably do Ghost Rider over Silver Centurion. Because Ghost Rider, I think, still winds up in more synergies, and Silver Centurion, because he's so new, doesn't. Yet. Ghost Rider, though, benefits a lot more from an Awakening. Silver Centurion, you can run by himself. His Awakening changes his debuffs from being debuffs into being passive. which can be really useful for bypassing some either annoying nodes or some annoying immunities. But not necessary, not entirely necessary. More of like a nice to have. I don't know about Psylocke being better. The fact that her power gain is a buff really hurts in a lot of situations you want to use her in. That's true, and she doesn't have the Mystic Dispersion for easier power gain. So I suppose it's situational. But in a situation where the buff is able to proc, I would say Psylocke is better because she can completely shut down power, like 100%, as opposed to just like permanently, instead of just like a power lock on a timer. But then again, Psylocke also has absolute noodle damage. Like absolute noodle damage. So they might not get any power, but you're going to spend like a year and a half getting down a chunky opponent in the first place. Let's do that. Sure. Let's do this setup. Why not? Why not? Hey, stop it. And punch. APOC really helps her with that damage. Yes, I mean that is true. So if you really need that power control and can bring APOC and Cable with, make her a horseman, then yes. I'll give you that too. Hercules is so funny. Never really used him till 7.3, and now I'm bringing him to AQ. Dude has died like 4 to 5 times, and I still haven't used an item. Yeah. Yeah, man. You pair him up with like OG Thor or Heimdall or somebody, and he just cannot KO. He just cannot stay down. He's amazing. He's absolutely amazing. Alrighty, guys. That I think is good. I think that's good for tonight. But before we go, let's have some fun. Let's open up a random crystal here, shall we? Point being, not. Here we go. Let's open up one of these. It's the fun game where we get to guess the champ coming out. You wind up getting some internet brownie points. I wound up only guessing once correctly, OG Daredevil, and then out popped OG Daredevil, and I did a little dance, and it was awesome. So if you guys want to guess who's going to pop out of one of these crystals here, throw that over into the comment section or in chat, and we'll go from there. So I am going to guess that it is, speaking of Purgatory, I'm going to guess it's Purgatory, because she just got added to the crystal today, so I'm feeling lucky. But that's going to do me for tonight's stream. That is capping off the ANTIVENOM grind. I'm going to post a video tomorrow with the results, and then start in on Silver Centurion, which is going to be very exciting. Got a live stream coming up on Friday, so hope to see you guys then. If you're new to the channel, please consider liking the video, subscribing as well. Helps the channel grow, and we're this close to hitting 3,000, which is pretty cool. So it is going to be Odin. Hey, Odin's new enough. I'll take that. Alright guys, but that is going to do me. I hope you guys have a most excellent rest of your night, most excellent rest of your day. We'll catch you next time. I'm Rob VonShoe. Till next time, take care, talk soon, stay safe, and be well, everyone. Bye for now.